Hello, everybody, and welcome to REALIST Sports Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Markel Harper, and it is Friday, October 23rd, and this will be my first episode. On this podcast, we will discuss sports and not much more, honestly, but we could get here and there talking about other things and stuff. One thing we will not talk about on this podcast, most likely, I'm not going to say never, because you can never say never, is politics, because I know that ruffles people's feathers, and they have their own opinion, and that's their right, and I don't want to get into that, because it's all dirty corruption anyway, in my opinion. But anyways, we will discuss mostly about MMA, of course, and the NFL. Now, we will get into basketball and baseball and all that sometime. Mostly basketball than anything else. But anyways, hope everybody has been having a good Friday, end of the week. It's always nice. But let's start off by talking about the big event this weekend. UFC 254. Gaethje Khabib. That one's going to be... You can go one of two ways. It's going to be a banger, or it's going to be a demolishing. And the way I see it, Khabib Nurmagomedov is just a force. There's no other way to be nice about it or say it. Beat my boy Conor. Pissed me off. But gotta live with it. But Justin Gaethje's an interesting one too. He definitely shows up every time. He's learned from his losses to Cowboy. Not to Cowboy, but Eddie and Dustin. I don't know why I say Cowboy. He schooled Cowboy badly. Anyways, he definitely shows up every time. Has knockout power, as we've all seen. All of his wins are finishes in the UFC. And he has a lot of Fight of the Night bonuses. But what's going to define this fight is Khabib's takedown versus Justin's takedown defense for sure. Now, if I'm correct, haven't seen Gaethje been taken down in the UFC yet. I rewatched Poirier and Alvarez, and I thought that Alvarez took him down once, but from what I saw, he didn't. So, anyways, in my opinion, he's not going to be able to stop Khabib's takedown. I mean, and maybe I'm just being, I don't know. I just never seen Justin use his wrestling yet. And that's just what it is. And his core, which maybe won't matter whatsoever. It's just small. He's not a big frame at all. I think Conor McGregor has a bigger frame than him. And believe it or not, frame comes into play when you are talking about wrestling and whatnot. His legs are small, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I can't stand Khabib. He just can't stand him at all. But anyways, if I am wrong, Justin defends the takedowns. Boy, it will be a long night for Khabib if he can't get Justin to the ground. I don't think he's ever taken a punch from somebody like Justin. What's the closest? Second, Michael Johnson rocked him. And Michael fights at featherweight now. Yeah. Justin definitely hits harder than anybody he's ever fought. And that knockout power could come into play. And Khabib has never, taken significant punches. If Justin can get... I think Gaethje is capable of getting more punches in on him than anybody besides Conor. He's definitely improved since his losses in the UFC. He used to be wild, crazy, just throw not even look at what the fuck he's hitting, and then he'd tire himself out, and then he'd get ended because his head was getting binged around like a pinball. I mean, shit, that will do anybody in the UFC, honestly. But he is way more technical wise. He calculates his shots now, and he's patient. He doesn't throw his full power, at least when his coach asks him to, into all his shots. So if he can keep it standing, he's gonna knock Khabib out. He's gonna knock Khabib out. There's no way around it. There's no way Khabib is gonna take his onslaught standing up. And I can only hope he can defend the takedown. Dagestan wrestling is a totally different wrestling than what Gaethje has done in his lifetime. It just is. Khabib wrestled bears when he was little, for crying out loud. If he can take on a bear, there's not many, if any, human beings that can withstand his onslaught. But honestly, if I'm betting money, if I have to make a prediction, I think Khabib pummels him from start to finish, and I would predict a second round submission via rear naked choke. And I hate saying that. Trust me, I hate saying that more than anybody you probably know. But that's just the way it is. Gotta be logical, gotta be realistic. But you will see me being the first one to shout hooray, go crazy on Facebook, tweet away if Gaethje pulls it off. And I like Gaethje. He's a upstanding real character. He doesn't really bullshit. Stays himself, even though he's getting all this money from bonuses and everything. He's been the way he has since before he was in the UFC. From watching all his interviews and everything. Just a real legit person that honestly isn't scared of anyone. And he will bite down on a mouthpiece and bring it every time. When those lights are on, he knows it's his time to shine. And he's not going to let anybody just go in there and not fight him. He's going to make them fight. So that will be a good one. And if you don't tune in, I think you're a fool. But anyways, not everybody likes MMA like I do. So that's on you guys. On to the next subject, which I've been wanting to talk about since it happened. My Kansas City Chiefs signed Le'Veon Bell. Now, what does that mean for the offense? It just means more dynamics in the backfield, more options, because honestly, besides Clyde, there was not much back there to help him, which made the running game struggle, especially in the red zone. And Le'Veon brings that dynamic of he can run routes rail and catch, and he can block, which blocking is, I think, the most important in my mind, because our blocking has been horrendous. Had an O lineman opt out because of COVID, a starting lineman out for season. We just can't get a break. But lucky, Patty's a magic maker, and he gets it done most of the time. We saw otherwise versus the fucking, I hate to say it, Raiders. Shout out to my Raiders friends, though. Y'all did a good job. Y'all look solid. I'm not going to lie. I can see you guys making the playoffs. Derek Carr is doing his thing. He is underrated. People underrate that guy. He is smart, and if he has an offensive mind genius like John Gruden, you had to know it was coming sometime. But anyways, we're not talking about them motherfuckers, which I don't want to. But Le'Veon Bell will bring that blocking. He will bring that, what do you call it? He'll bring that distraction from the other weapons. Or vice versa. The other weapons will bring distractions, and he will get to be the one in single coverage or not spotted on, everything like that. He could have some good matchups. Like, everybody's got to guard. You got to guard Travis Kelce. You got to guard Tyreek Hill. Sammy when he's healthy, which is, I'm getting tired of his shit, honestly. He can't fucking stay healthy for a full fucking season for shit. But we got DeMarcus Robinson, McCole Hardman, and then Clyde. I think Le'Veon's going to get a lot of matchups, favorable matchups. People are going to think he's past his prime and not going to focus on him. And he's going to take advantage of most likely linebackers covering him, which is not a good day for any linebacker. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No bullshit. And then I think he will get touches in the red zone. Who knows if that will be success. I've always seen Le'Veon Bell as a patient runner that lets things develop and he hits his gap, which may not be the best idea with our O-line. But he's never been like I'm just going to take it and pound it in. And from what I've seen, I'm not a Steelers fan or anything, but from what I've seen, hopefully it works out though. I'm excited for it. I mean, it's another weapon. Can't get too many weapons. I mean, shit. Who wouldn't want Le'Veon Bell? Let's be honest. And fantasy-wise, I see it as, I really don't. And Le'Veon's on my fantasy team. This is how you know I'm not bullshitting. I don't see it hurting Clyde's stock that much. I still think he's going to be the main back. He's going to get his yards, his touches, and everything. It's just to help him when he needs a little break, or we don't have to make him the bull in the offense and outwear him. So, yeah. And Andy Reid it's like a perfect fit. Andy Reid will take Le'Veon and put him in the best position he can. And people could say that locker room bullshit, oh, he's cancer. Name a player besides Terrell Owens that has had locker room issues besides Terrell Owens in Andy Reid's locker room. One of the best places you can be. Let's be real. And T.O. had problems with everybody. We know that. He was the definition of a cancer. Great player. Love T.O. Love him to death. His personality cracks me up. He reminds me of myself in ways, but I'm a little less cocky. I am cocky, but I'm a little less cocky. And I know when to keep my mouth shut, especially when it comes to a team phase and my coaches and respect. There's just a level of you respect your teammates and you respect your coaches. You don't argue back with a coach. That's what I see in my eyes, unless you really feel like they're putting you in a position to fail and not putting the team fully into their heart. So, yeah, that's my thought on Le'Veon Bell and the Chiefs. Let's hope it works out. If it doesn't, 1-year contract. We got to steal. I don't give a fuck. We're not paying him that much money. Can just let him go next year. Alright, moving on to a different subject. And this has been one I've been saying for a long time. And now I get to discuss it with not only my friend Dimitri and my few other friends, but the whole damn world. Yeah. I want you guys to not forget who the GOAT is. Who the GOAT is. And it's Thomas Brady. It's Thomas Brady. Nobody close. Oh, he's old. He's washed up. That's dead. Look at him Look what he's doing in Tampa right now. Look at what the Bucks did to Aaron Rodgers. Made him look like a mediocre, overrated, which I believe he is, quarterback. He is not what everyone says he is. I don't care what nobody says. They have a good record. He's good. Don't get me wrong. But people be like, oh, he's the best passer of all time. Oh, he's in the GOAT status too. What stats say it was? What stats say that? What stats say it? I want somebody to tell me. I really do. Because if you look at the stats, Tom Brady and we'll start with Aaron Rodgers. 10 playoff wins. Not impressed. 2 MVPs. 1 NFC title. One NFC title. Can't even win his conference. Really. And 1 Super Bowl appearance. Only 1. And he did win that Super Bowl. And he was the MVP. And no hate there. He balled out. But that's a 1-year wonder type shit. Now let's look at Tom Brady. 30 playoff wins, most ever by any quarterback. 4 MVPs, 9 AFC titles. 9. Rodgers has 1. 1. For crying out loud. 9 Super Bowl appearances. Rodgers has 1. 1. 6 Super Bowl rings. Rodgers has 1. 1. And 4 Super Bowl MVPs. Rodgers has 1. 1. 1. Let's not forget who the GOAT is. People are trying to say, oh, he's washed up, all this. That's so dead. That man will play as long as he wants, and he'll know when he's ready to retire and won't be able to be effective on the field. Don't play me. Shoot. Tom Brady is the GOAT. And there's nobody close. Not a damn quarterback close. And now, I just got a freaking bleacher that Antonio Brown just signed there. Lord, this isn't fair. The NFC is screwed. It's a done deal. They're going to the Super Bowl. So, sorry, Green Bay. Ain't your year again. And the Buccaneers will have the second best offense in the league now. Now, the question is, are they going to trade Evans or Godwin? I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't. Shoot. Especially if you're trying to contend with an offense like the Chiefs. Keep all 3 of them motherfuckers with Gronk and just fucking blow up the scoreboard. But we know how NFL works. Evans or Godwin might be upset, or they might just trade him for money, value, I don't know, draft picks, everything. If I had to bet, Mike Evans would most likely end up in New England if he went anywhere. Maybe Seattle, because they just lost out on the AB sweepstakes. So, who knows what's going to happen there. But don't you ever disrespect my boy Tom. Tom Brady. Number 1. Period. Aaron Rodgers. Most overrated quarterback of our generation. And I just said the stats to prove it. Not clutching the playoffs. At all. That felt good to get out. I loved saying that. And if my friend Meatball watches this, it's even better. moving on to the NFC East. Have you guys ever seen a dumpster fire worse than that division? That's gonna piss off some people, but it's just how it is. It's just how it is. That division is terrible. Terrible. I really thought the Dallas Cowboys would come in this year and do something. I thought this might be the year they go like 12-4 or something. Contend for the 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. I'm a damn fool for believing in them. A damn fool. Because they do this every year. It's either championship hype and they go 8-8 and 9-7. From what I see right now, ain't nobody going 8-8 or 9-7 in that damn division. That is the biggest dumpster fire I've seen since I've been an NFL fan, division-wise. You hate to see it. But who would I pick to win that division? Jiminy Christmas. Honestly, still the Dallas Cowboys. They got the most talent. They're not the best coached. I think coaching is 90% of their problems, to be honest. Of course, Dak going down hurts, but they still have enough talent that they should be able to overcome some of that with Andy Dalton, who is the best backup in the league. Mike McCarthy, that hire just doesn't look good right now. Especially when players are talking about it and everything. Like, that locker room is not happy with that man. Not happy. And that's never good. If the team gives up on their coach, then what's to say they're not going to give up on the field? Which I'm not saying they are giving up on the field. But they don't believe in their coach, obviously. And I'm not a Cowboys hater at all. At all. One of my best friends is a diehard Cowboys fan. And all of my friends, for the majority, have seen our teams win a Super Bowl. Thank goodness I did last year. I thought it never happened, to be honest. Never. But he's a Cowboys fan, and I kind of want to see them win one just for him. Because I know he's diehard, and some of these half-ass fans, including some of my own friends that are half-ass fans, saw their team win a Super Bowl. My boy, B. Pelly, deserves it. Hopefully it'll happen someday. After Patty retires, though. Because you're not going to win shit when Patty's still around. I still believe we're the best team in the NFL. Best offense in the NFL. I don't give a fuck if AB signed with the Bucks. Bruce Arians don't have the mind of Andy Reid whatsoever. And I don't even want to say it. That's why I'm so shook up right now. Eric Bieniemy or Brian Leftwich. Is it really even a competition? Is it really? Is it really? No, it's not. And if you think so, you're a fool. And our weapons are just as good. They're just as good. Especially if the Bucks trade Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. We're young and fast. You got two receivers in their 30s in Antonio Brown, who hasn't played in, a year? Maybe 2? And Mike Evans, I could be wrong about Evans' age, but I know it's close to 30 or above 30. But, yeah. And Patty's the quarterback. And I'm not disrespecting Tom Brady. GOAT. But right now, everybody knows who the best player in the league is, and it's Patty. And he will make shit happen no matter what it is. No matter what it is. there's a rare week where we don't at least compete. I can't remember the last time we got blown out by anybody. Can't remember. Shit, I don't know if it's happened in the Patty era. To be honest, I mean, if any of you can think about it, please let me know. Yeah, that division, Philly, I honestly feel bad for them sometimes because I don't know if it's a Wentz problem or not, but it's like their damn team can never stay healthy for shit. Look what happened to Deshaun Jackson last night. That man is unlucky. He might need to hang it up. Alshon Jeffrey's always hurt. They're just down to the core in receivers. And both their best tight ends are hurt, who both are A1 players. A1 players. Zach Ertz and Goddard, very nice. It's a bright future at that position in Philly. Carson Wentz is big iffy. Big iffy. Has not looked the same since he had that MVP type season and went down in the playoffs. Foles is looking real nice right now to Philly fans. Boy, I would not want to be in your guys' shoes. I might just go insane. But I was a Chiefs fan. I put up with everything. I never went insane. I mean, I broke some shit a few times. Almost got in a few fights, but never have gone insane. At least I don't think so. Giants, Daniel Jones, suspect. Redskins, who the fuck is their quarterback anymore? Who the fuck is their quarterback anymore? I really couldn't tell you. I really don't know where that team's headed at all. It's crazy because that division used to be one of the best in the NFL. And now it's just fell to the bottom of the barrel. The barrel. It really has. Alright. So now I'll talk about some matchups for the weekend. We got, of course, the Chiefs and Broncos. Broncos look stellar. They did. They did with Drew Lock back. Drew Lock, stats-wise, it doesn't say he played very good, but that man was flinging it out there. He was giving that Broncos offense more life than it's had since he went down. They just couldn't get in the end zone very well, which is understandable against a Patriots defense who has the best corner in the league, and their red zone defense is really good. There's no denying that. The Chiefs struggled to get in the red zone the first half against them. Thank goodness we figured it out, but that defense is just top notch, honestly. There's no debate about it at all. And Chiefs Broncos. I'm trying to stay serious. I really am. I think it'll be a close game for a little bit. It's supposed to snow in Denver, which didn't have any effect last year when it snowed. We still whooped their ass. But I think they'll show up a little better this time. And first half will be close. Could even come down to fourth, but I still believe we get it done by 10 plus. 10 plus. That's my prediction. And no, I'm not betting anybody on a spread. If you want to bet straight up, we can bet. But 10 plus is my prediction. If they were healthy, I'd probably give it 7 points. But they just had really bad luck with injuries this year, which I love in a way, but I don't. I wanted to see them fully healthy, and I wanted to compete with them and beat them, so there would be no excuses. But that's not how the dice rolls all the time, and we still got to play. I mean, it's not going to... I don't think it will be a blowout. I really don't. they're not that bad. They're really not bad, to be honest. They're okay. I think they'd be good if they were healthy. Not great, but good, and push for a playoff spot. But that's just bad luck, and no, I don't feel bad for them. I'm lying. I would be lying if I said that. But yeah, and I've been wanting to discuss this. Cam Newton. He ain't been nothing since he went to that Super Bowl at Carolina. There's no way around it. He's mediocre. Mediocre. The only thing that keeps him somewhat relevant is he's dynamic and can use his legs. His passing's shit. Shit. He doesn't read defense as well. I just don't get hyped over him, why every Patriots fan I know, when they say Cam, yeah, we come for you now, Kansas City. I was like, I ain't worried. And they're like, yeah, you are. I ain't worried. It's Cam Newton. He's shown this time and time again that he's just not what everybody says he is. It's ridiculous how much people will just be on a quarterback that has legs and arms nuts. I don't really get it, but people will be people. Can't rule everyone, you know? But if Cam can make the Patriots the playoffs, that'd be impressive. It really would. Really would, because I think the Bills are going to take it. They got a good core. They've lost the last two, but they were against the defending Super Bowl champs. And I can't remember the other one, but I still think they're a good team regardless. They're not a bad team. Bills will be there still in the long haul, I think. Okay, and another matchup that might be game of the week. In my eyes anyway. Steelers versus Titans. Woo! I'm tuning in for that one for sure. Oh boy. I don't even know who I want to pick. The COVID Titans or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Big Ben looks rejuvenated. He looks like prime Big Ben, honestly. He's doing his thing this year, and Claypool has shown up as a legit weapon, along with Juju. And I can't remember who their tight ends though, but he's not bad. I know that much. And James Conner, I've always thought he was the truth since Le'Veon was done in Pittsburgh. He's a good replacement. He does just as much as Le'Veon Bell, honestly. He can catch, he can run the ball. The difference is he just has a better attitude and gets along with his teammates and coaches and doesn't cause a havoc in the locker room. And their defense is one of the top in the league, in my opinion. I don't know the stats off rip, but they got a good secondary with Micah Fitzpatrick and Joe Hayden back there, and who is that sleazeball? Yep, I just remembered it now. Our former buddy Steven Nelson. I think he's fucking trash still. I don't give a fuck. And he's a little prick, always talking about the Chiefs. Like, don't be mad because you got booted and we won a ring. You were sucky. You were average. You were trash. They target you every time. You are not the shit. You have the luxury of being on a good defense with a good secondary and Watt on the defensive line. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. But on the other side, you got the Titans, who have... Honestly, I didn't think they would be like the Titans we saw in the playoffs. But they... Holy moly shit. They proved me wrong without a shadow of doubt. Ryan Tannehill has, last time I checked, had as good as stats as Patty Mahomes, which is very impressive. I never thought Tannehill would be like a legit passer like that. I mean, but he's showing up. He's showing up. And I don't even think they have the greatest weapons at receiver, but he's making it work. He's working that Tannehill magic, and the running game definitely helps. You got Derrick Henry back there, so they are focusing on Derrick Henry, and then when you got to focus on Derrick Henry, it's hard to like take the passing game serious because Derrick Henry's the best running back in the NFL right now, in my opinion, outside of McCaffrey, but he's down for the year. Derrick Henry's just an animal and a monster. There's no way around it. I can't remember who he threw to the ground, but that was disgusting. Boy. Oh, it was Josh Norman. Josh Norman. Oh my goodness, Josh Norman. You might want to put your helmet up after that one. Woo! He made you look like a rag doll. And that's just being nice. I could say so much more. But Tennessee, I believe their defense is okay, not spectacular. I think they bend but don't break, for sure. And it's going to be a really good matchup. If Pittsburgh could stop the run, I definitely think it's Pittsburgh's game. But if you let Derrick Henry do what he's been doing, it's not going to be a good day. It's not. I mean, it will still be a close game, I think, because they have the firepower to score. But if they get control of that clock, I believe Tennessee can pull it off in the fourth quarter. But if I had to make an actual prediction, I believe Pittsburgh's defense will show up, and Derrick Henry will get his, no doubt, but it won't be spectacular like it was last weekend. And I think the Steelers would win 28-24 is my prediction. 28-24, Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's just not because I don't like the Titans. It's just me being real of what I think about it and everything. It's going to definitely be a good game, though. Game of the week, in my opinion. It did. Who else do we have? We got Jets, boy. No. All right. Might as well talk about them. Buccaneers, Raiders. It's basically the same thing as if the Titans and Steelers game, in my opinion. If Oakland can get that ball running and well, then they will have a shot, and they'll keep it close and everything. They're underrated. They really are. Their offense is one of the best in the league, in my opinion. That Titan Waller, he's a fucking animal. There's no way around it. No way around it. And then Ruggs being back is definitely nice for Derek Carr. Josh Jacobs, the truth. He's legit. You can't say otherwise. You just can't. It's as much as I hate the Raiders, they're looking pretty solid. They can make a playoff run, I think, for sure. But if they can get the running game going with Josh Jacobs, I think they'll control the clock and keep it close. Who knows if Antonio Brown's going to play this week or not. I highly doubt it, but I've seen players play faster than that. But the GOAT will... Ooh. Damn. I don't know if it was just Oakland's defense against us or not. They made us look fucking trash. O-line was fucking trash. My goodness. That defense was on our ass. But if that same Raiders defense shows up, it definitely will be a better game than most think. I think, though, Tom Brady and the Bucks will pull it out. I think Tom will have a good day. Not terrible day. Maybe just a good, not great day. And their backfield is nothing special, in my opinion. But when you got Tom and those weapons, it's hard to keep up with him. And if Gronk plays like he did last week and has resurgence, they'll be in fine line to be Super Bowl contenders. And Antonio Brown being there, Jiminy Christmas. Like, it's not many people that would be able to stop that offense, especially if Tom Brady's playing at a high level of his MVP years and everything. But, yeah. I think Arians outcoaches John Gruden, and I think the Bucks will win. I don't want to go too high. 30-21. Yeah. 30-21. I think the Bucks will pull it off. But Raiders could bring it. Could be wrong. But hopefully not, because I can't stand the Raiders and I'm a Tom Brady fan. Yeah. That's crazy to think that Tom Brady's a Buccaneer. It still blows my mind sometimes. It really does. What do you guys think of John Jones and Izzy? Been wanting to talk about this. Honestly, if I had to bet money, John Jones gets that takedown, pounds him in like he did Gus. I don't think Izzy has better takedown defense or is stronger than Gustafsson, because Gustafsson's fought at heavyweight, and John just always finds a way to get it done. And he's taken down Daniel Cormier, Olympic wrestler. Let's be honest. But I want Izzy to win. I think John's a little prick nowadays, to be honest. And Izzy's legit, and he's real, and he's funny. And he likes anime. I love Dragon Ball Z and South Park, so. But that will be probably the biggest fight in UFC history. Let's be real. Even bigger than Conor and Habib. But hopefully it happens, but who knows? John's bullshitting about going to heavyweight. Who knows if he'll do it or not? He's been talking about it for 5 years. Like, and if he can stay out of fucking trouble, that'd be nice too. I used to be a fan of his. I still am somewhat, but he's a legit dumbass. And he can be a fucking prick. Let's be real. But I guess when money talks, so who knows? But hopefully that happens, and if it does, I will be the first one to fucking probably jizz in my pants. That's disgusting. Sorry. But anyways, that will do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Please give a like and subscribe if you would like. This is my first time doing this, so I'll get better and better as it goes. I hope I didn't do too bad today, but I just wanted to talk about some subjects that's been dwelling on my mind. And I said I wouldn't talk about politics, really, and I'm not going to, but I will say, go out and vote. Go out and vote. Your vote matters. Don't be lazy about it. It's easy to register. Go do the damn thing. This is our country we're talking about. Go vote. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope all of you have a great weekend. And I will see you sometime next week, most likely.